Hornet's Nest here. Chino and Pablo.
That's how we're starting today's highlight reel. It's going to be a fun 8 games, people.
Yeah, that's got to be a good heads-up play by Sky. Not only to get his teammate back, but he able to get eliminations. But they're getting jumped on right now. 400 above. Troll trying to answer the call. Underneath, he's going ahead and taking a little bit of height advantage. Not trying to give up any advantages in a fight like this. They're the only 2 teams this far out of zone. You see the Fizz miss. They're going to use it to disengage, but Sky turns back on as well. As soon as somebody realizes that Poyo is a solo, they're going to get the green light to go. Ju finds the elimination on the mini Pio, but instantly it's taken down. Not able to really utilize the siphon. They're all trying to make it up, but there's a new king on high ground. Puff has made his way above.
But Skrull just sitting inside his own box. He's not had too many instances of catching that breath of relief. He'll utilize a lot of his heals, but now Cold and Rapid, a duo as strong as ever. They've been hanging out on that secondary height for a while here, but from the front side position, Teeny and Shark have decided height is theirs for the taking. Looking back now, they've already overcome.
Uncontested has never felt so good for Shark and Teeny. We know what they can do if somebody lands at their drop spot. Let's see what they can unleash here. They already have the high ground. Teeny, 4 eliminations, and immediately putting pressure down onto Gino and Pablo. That second high team, Acorns being forced down. Everybody's being squished closer and closer together.
And you can see on the lower side of the table, Storm and Demons, they're trying to establish something that will give Shark and Teeny a run for their money in this game. It's about these 2 duos and everybody in between who will drop down or fall into this trap. Cold and Rapid, they need to be careful now. The pressure is being applied and they can't handle this player right now. They need to get off of it, and Cold will do just that.
No other options but to forfeit on Hyde and Cold. It cost them everything. They're out of here. Skrull still has a solo. What business does he have in this lobby? 3 eliminations and so many placement points. He is racking up the count.
We are witnessing probably one of the greatest solo punches of all time, but can it last? Shark and Teeny are finally dropping down. They know this game is so close to being finished, and they want to be the last one standing. Pressure on the Shadow and Virgo. Kurama and Akira. Amin is trying to make a claim for it. Even Agers and Ritual. They saw what went down in game 1, and they want to be a part of the mix.
But this is a sight right now. We're seeing Skrull and Sky paired together. And now, 426 above, the world is their oyster. They're ready to make a move. They've got the mobility off the overdrive grenade. What's next?
Trying to move forward, using the gauntlets to try to move past, but you see Chino, Pablo, they go down. Belusi and Zangi, they go ahead and exclusively be one of the only teams up above. It's Vico and Malapuka take down Karama, and this is one of the most dangerous parts of the game if you're not ready. But high ground has to be careful. Agers and Ritual, they're towards the backside of zone. They could pop off at any moment with just one shockwave.
Zangi and Belusi, they have a tough task on their hand holding on to this one. They have to be eagle-eyed as Vico and Malabuka look to potentially make a play in the back. They will just move towards the front side, maybe just waiting for that next zone, that next opportunity. They certainly have the resources to deal with it, and the chop will come out.
But all the while on the lower tier, Shark and Teeny are starting to really find some momentum here. Vico, Malabuka from secondary height, making sure to continue tarping directly below where Belusi and Zangi are at. But they're on the move here and now, straight up towards that front side of zone.
They have so many materials, but it's Alex and Reckless that actually look up and try to contest the high ground. They at least get the knock onto Zangi. Belusi has to give it up with only a few materials left, and being a solo, it's his only hope to try to get more points.
Oceana came to play today. Alex and Reckless are just causing so much noise here up top, but they're forced to drop. The chop is good to go. Ritual and Agers now with a surprise come up here on height.
Jacob called them out. They were waiting in the wings, waiting for that opportunity. And as soon as they sensed some weakness, they went up and took it. But now it's about delivering and closing this game out, as there are still so many duels left in this one, trying to fight for the win.
You got Thomas trying to move forward, reunite with Focus, which is a necessity because he has 0 builds left. Even with 7 eliminations, they're falling short in terms of materials in the end game, and eventually they're getting closer and closer to Sky and Skrull. But it's Shark who goes down. Sky and Skrull will not be denied.
And they're just taking everything from everyone, but Skrull yet again left as a solo, beaming Ritual up on height, but now he's made his presence known, forced to drop, but he has the build. He's ready to make a move.
Ritual Ages, though, they denied any team from coming up once. They're going to try to look to do it again. 5 eliminations from Ages. Spoke too soon. 6 eliminations for Ages by himself. But down below, you have to be careful. Vico and Malabuka, they are the ones that are running the low.
They're so content. They're just chilling with their pizza. Everyone else is having to duke it out. But these two, they're ready to try and bring down Ritual and Agers. Vico loses Malabuka, though. They might have 7 eliminations, but can Vico get some more?
Yeah, with Malabuka going down, that leaves Agers and Ritual, the only duo left in this game, but you have to watch out. Scroll, dangerous. Vico, we know he can clutch up, but up above, they're pressuring both of the solo players, forcing Sky and Scroll together. Agers drops down. He gets...
To get things done on the front side of the zone, Shadow and Virgo positioning. Pixie looking to do the same. Malabuka, Vico. We've seen how strong they've been so far today. Will this be their opportunity to take first place?
They're trying to get that whole side of the zone, but they get cut short, cut off, kind of tagged up all at the same time. Vico's going to go down. A lot of pressure has just been put on Malabuka's shoulders. 132 points. They're so close to the top of the leaderboard, they can taste it as he tries to steal another one away. But that one's going to go to Momsy. The flank comes in. He doesn't hear it. Swizzy and Pixie take him down.
Swizzy and Pixie are primed and ready. They are just looking back, spraying down every single one of these teams. All of the players that are just a little bit too late to the punch. And now Pixie, Swizzy, with the damage having been done, they're ready to see whether or not they can make their move towards frontside.
If these guys can rise to the occasion today, it would be exactly the type of story you expect out of Swizzy and Pixie. Peterbot playing the storm now as all this madness ensues. To end the deal, they are looking to take this game for their own. They don't care who's in this lobby. They want the high ground and they will keep it for now. But that is just for now. They have to continue to hold it and apply the pressure below.
They're feeling like they're on cloud 9 right now. The entire arena cheering them on, but they draw their attention to Shadow and Virgo, that second height team. Anybody in that position can use a shockwave and disrupt everything they have going on.
You can tell though from the way they're playing it, they don't have the materials, and so the chop will come through. It's Cammy, it's Hari. We've seen them do that so many times before, and so it'll be up to Badil now to clutch up.
But this is a spot that Badil's been in so many times already, and now here today, Badil trying to see if he can strike through, but his shield is so low, he's fully cracked. The movement is crazy, but he's left tumbling down the hill, trying to see if he can get out of sight. Pablo is falling, kindling right next to him, but Badil, he's not gonna be able to get the shots. He wants to try and make it through, but all of these pre-existing builds just forcing him to make the effort. Still, Badil moving forward. But he doesn't see it, and Badil brings him down.
How does he keep finding a way? He keeps on doing it. Badil, this is ridiculous. What a game from him. Scroll will finally put an end to it, but Cammy and Hari, after chopping height, will look to finally make a play for it for themselves. Shadow and Virgo hold on, but not for long. They get wiped clean, and Scroll down below has a tough Polish duo up, trying to take this game.
In fact, they're the only duo actually up in this game. Scroll, solo, Pixie, solo. Scroll's being the focus right now from up above, trying to expand, but he's running out of material, and he's running out of material fast. Hari, Cammy, they realize he's building out a Wook. That's a sign of weakness, and they want to take over. They can't let this opportunity slip from their fingers from one team to the next. Pixie gains their attention. Scroll goes up!
But Scroll finds nothing. He realizes Cammy's in a metal box, and then there's Pixie all alone on the ground. Scroll with the siphon just in the nick of time. But Scroll, he's still got to keep going forward. Hari never gets a chance to see it coming.
Watch, trying to make something happen.
Yes, show why he's kind of looked at as one of the best individual player in EU as of now. But if you look up, you see it in the clouds. It's Vico, it's Malabuka. We know what they could do on high ground, and it doesn't look like any team as of now is looking up.
It's very often that you'll see them starting to really heat up as the lobbies continue to drag on. But for Scroll, as a solo, just trying to hide from underneath. But Focus is spotted out immediately. Thomas and Focus were trying to surprise contest on the high ground, but they'll be sniffed out immediately. Still, Focus and Thomas managed to make their way up, but they don't have the materials to hold this.
Vico, all alone. We've seen him here before. He'll take one with him. He's leaving with something. but the lobby will continue. Thomas and Focus looking to announce themselves now to the world as they sit up on height.
I love this play out of them. They want to catch up, but they don't want to wait until it's already over. Swizzy Pixie, same thing could be said for them. 108 points and counting. 2 eliminations. They have Pails, they have Slurps, they have everything that they need, but Scroll is still outlasting everyone into the top 14. If he can go a little bit further, he'll get half of the placement points.
He is a major problem for the rest of the lobby. And how can he be stopped? Shark doing his best impression now to try and catch up. Every single one of these solos making desperation plays. Focus will fall off of height, and that leaves Thomas now alone to deal with the damage. With just 1 build remaining, he has a mountain to climb here, Taco.
And the new generation, they're trying to take over. Scroll still going. Underneath, a little bit out of sight, out of mind, but it's only a brief moment. Akira, Karama, they're the ones that take over front side low. Scroll, he has to connect. He needs to bring down this next player, but it's Resign's picked off by Pixie instead. And Scroll knows his moments are limited. He's trying to see if he can capitalize. Instead, Akira and Karama finding the limbs.
We're into the top 9, half of the placement points, top 8, another one's gonna go down. Bolts gets that elimination. Karama and Akira, they're trying to dominate that layer, but Scroll is still scrambling around. He is the X Factor, big shot on a Tyler, but unfortunately he goes down. That is Teeny and Shark. Bolts is doing his best, but he's just ran out of builds, trying to hide the cone. He gets found out, he's seeking for more. Victor B gets struck down by lightning, but Bolts cannot pick up the elimination. Even Scroll, they're feeling that same pain, separated once again.
But now it's Sky's turn to pick up the ball and carry it forward. Sky doing everything. 5 overdrive grenades, but only 39 HP. Flowberry misgrenade. He knows there's a team that could potentially be trying to make a play for height. He's going to be able to siphon off some shield from it, but first and foremost, he has to figure out where can I go next, because bodies are just surrounding him everywhere, and they're closing in.
And even with Vico and Manabuka's best efforts in this game, the longer Sky stays alive, the harder it is to catch up. He is doing everything he needs to right now.
Yeah, into the top 12. Half of the placement points come in at that top 10 marker, but again, he's aggressed. Shockwave's out of position once more, but he's quickly running out of builds. A lot of his resources going right down the drain, but an opportunity there onto Darm. Breaks into the wall. Oh my, a perfectly placed ramp is going to save the day and allow for Sky to not get the elimination, but he's still on the hunt for more.
No
He has a lot of armor.
He's gonna keep hitting shots like that if they present themselves. And Sky now patiently waiting for that next opportunity to strike.
Sky trying to see just how far can he carry the torch forward, but look, from the land down under, way up above the rest of the lobby, Tinka and Resigns. They've just been silently building overhead, throttling everybody in these congested lower layers. And now, Flixie, Jap, how will they respond? They have to contend with everybody underneath them. They might need to take out Ozone, who's directly in front, but still Flixie trying to just keep pushing forward.
Him and Chap are not slowing down. Even Sky, he will not be denied. He's essentially the inevitable player in this game. And he does it again. He takes the crown away from King, puts it on his own head. Into the top 4 we go. This is a run like any other. Can Sky clutch up?
You more Scroll because this guy can too. And he's done just